What's going on, workforce? Brian here, and today we're talking about Astrologian and my thoughts and opinions about the job, especially at level 70. I was looking for some cards to be like, pick a card, but couldn't find any, so I'm just gonna roll with it. So Astrologian at level 70 feels fantastic. I played this at both PvE and PvP, and I love this job. Like, I am really impressed by it. If you didn't see my level 60 back in Heaven's Word, I said that I really didn't like the job until I hit level 50, and I still feel that rings true. Anytime I get into content sub 50, my joy of the job goes way down. However, plus 50, nothing but high praise. And the level 70 ability, that that sleeve draw that you get, is awesome. It is seriously, I cannot wait to use that ability. It really kind of makes using your cards and the rotation there with that whole card system where you can hold, you can burn, you can also then store for either a cure or some DPS with Lady of Crowns or Lord of Crowns. Bravo. If you're looking to get into a healer, I would actually highly recommend checking out the Astrologian. There is a lot to kind of get a feel for, right? So you need to know about the buffs, you need to know about your damage rotation, you need to know about all your, kind of minute little abilities and when to use them. MP management seems to actually be so far the hardest hitting on Astrologian as opposed to White Mage and Scholar. Now, I am only like 67 on my White Mage, and I'll be talking about that here soon enough, but for the most part, I actually really like this job. It's a lot of fun, and I like it more than I like Scholar, and I really love Scholar. I really love the pet class, and yes, we can always kind of get and start nitpicking and do a comparison. We'll do that in its own video, especially maybe after 4.1 when some adjustments might be applied, but this is focusing in on Astrologian. PvE, the main part where I guess a lot of people come and play this game. This is a great job. The ability to hold, burn, enhance, even have that attack and that cure. You've got a lot to manage just in the cards in and of itself alone, and that's on that 30-second cadence. So it's kind of nice. You can pregame a lot of stuff with the Astrologian in PvE. So if you go with shields, if you go with your shield stance, being able to shield everybody, being able to have your cards, there's a lot you can actually do, especially if someone has to take a break. If someone is taking a longer time to load into the content, well, there's nothing to stop you. You can start running some cards and try to kind of get your stack there. Redraw is really powerful, especially because I don't know if anybody out there has the same kind of effect, but with the changes to Spear being on turned into crit, I can honestly say Spire is the only thing I don't feel is very useful, because a lot of the jobs, especially at the later end of the content, do have TP recovering abilities. And because of that, I often find that I Royal Road Spire more than any other card, and I'm always looking to be able to apply cards out there. Now, I did say something incorrect in my kind of 101 guide, in which that I said you could apply the Ur to Dark Knight, and that is apparently not true, and I'm so thankful for the community letting me know. So I do want to issue that correction. Do not put that card on Dark Knight. It's not going to be beneficial. I tried to research. I couldn't figure out if it worked in Heaven's Word or didn't, but regardless, don't do it. It doesn't seem to have any kind of impact, so that's my bad. And you're actually going to save me some cards, because I was like, oh yeah, this would be great. They can use more dark side stuff, but no. So outside of that, that mistake, because I'm always learning, the cards and the damage is a little weak on Astrologian. I love Gravity. It's a great ability with AoEs. I love that you can also kind of be a little bit away from it. And then Malefic 3, having the auto upgrade and having your auto upgrade for dots is truly the best thing they did in Stormblood. But still a little weak. Doesn't feel like you got a lot of options. I don't feel like I'm just outputting just massive amounts of damage like compared to maybe other healers or a DPS, but that's neither here nor there. I think that the versatility with the cards brings a lot to the table. The versatility, if I need to go with a healing over time ability or a shield, it really has an impact. In fact, it is one of the things I've had to train myself to understand, because like if I go in with a Scholar, I need to make sure that I'm putting on the correct stance, because you can't double shield anybody in this game. And that's important to know. Otherwise, you're just both shielding and not getting the maximum amount of benefit with healing, synergy. And then also same thing with another Astrologian. You guys have that flexibility. 2 scholars, not so much. 2 white mages. Well, at least the healing over time effect stack on white mage. And then in PvP, whether this is content for you or not, the mobility aspect is what Astrologians bring to it. Now, there's actually a lot I would change when it comes to their role in PvP, because you don't have any stances, you don't have any healing over time, you don't have any shielding ability, you also have very limited, damage abilities. You have no dots. You just have one attack that can, bind a target, which is useful in and of itself. But I did feel, while I love the mobility, I love to precast a cure so that I could instacast my next spell as needed. But at the end of the day, it just I would rather play a white mage or a scholar in PvP. And that's kind of the thing that I'm feeling with all the different jobs. Some of them, while I might not enjoy their PvE counterpart, it might not necessarily be a one-to-one reflection that I enjoy the job in PvP. And I don't know if that is an issue. And so I'd love to know your thoughts on that. If you feel like, hey, I enjoy it here, but I don't enjoy it here. Maybe there's a problem there. But as somebody who has multiple jobs leveled up, I don't feel that pain. And that's one of the things that I love about this game, but I can also recognize in new players that might struggle with it, is that if they make a change to your job, like if you only play Dragoon and then they make a change to it, which they need to because people, Dragoons are hurting, you don't have a huge amount of options. As opposed to a player like, oh, well, Dragoon's not so great, I guess I'm going to go play my Samurai for a while. Oh, they made a change there. That's the reality that we live in with these online games, and for better or for worse, it is what it is. And so we'll see what happens with 4.1. I don't actually, I guess expect many changes to Astrologian at all. I feel like the job is really well done so far. And again, I'm not yet quite capped on white mage. So far, when I look at Scholar to Astrologian, I think the Scholar level 70 ability is bunk, and then the Astrologian's ability is so awesome, and that is great. So I have the option with those healers now when I want to do and heal at the end game content that I can kind of pick. So if they make some adjustments to Scholar, maybe I get to go check that out and hopefully enjoy that as well. But we're gonna have to wait and see. So it's up to you. I guess it's in your hands, your fate with Astrologian. The job begins at level 30. If you are looking to get into healing and you've made it to Heavensward, that's a great place to start, because you're going to automatically start at level 30. You're going to have your draw abilities and you have 1 stance. The big disadvantage to this job still is that you have to clear ARR's main story, and hopefully that's something that we're going to see remedied later in the game. Hopefully that's something they will fix at some point. I don't know how. I mean, I can't imagine them doing something mid-cycle, but the simple fact that you have to clear that story, as opposed to like Red Mage or Samurai, where they did that right, where you can, once you hit the level 50 and you hit a certain point in the story for Praetorium, that seems like a natural transition. That seems like a lot less work. All the expanded content, as good as it is, as all of the story expansions and the patch stuff, as good as it is, it added an extra amount of roadblock, and that is something that I think is really sad. I think, and yeah, you can guys let me know in the comments if I'm wrong on this, but I believe it's been confirmed that if you buy the jump potion, you can jump the job up to 60, and you already have it. And so outside of buying the job, the story skip potion, you have the ways to acquire those without having to do all that story leveling. But at the end of the day, that also costs money, and I can't recommend that as a reason to do anything. But again, it's your money. Do what you want with it at that point. But anyway, this is I consider this a conversation. I'd love to know your thoughts on Astrologian. I know I got a lot of requests for Astrologian, and that's great. And I was glad to be able to kind of round that up. I'm going to be focusing on White Mage next, and then after that, I'm going to be doing a poll to see what 2 jobs I should pick, and then one will win, etc. like that. So look forward to a post on that here in the near future. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on Astrologian. What do you like about the job? You got any questions about the job? Yeah, hit me up and let's have that conversation. But for Work to Game, my name's Brian. Thanks so much for watching this video, and I hope to see you in my next. But until then, hope you have a fantastic week. Take care.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. Brian, do you think there's anywhere they could catch us in the meantime?
Right now, Chris, we're probably on Twitch. If it's probably in the afternoon, it could be you. Sometimes you see my face. And we also found this random guy, you know, named Kevin on the street somewhere.
I accidentally left my password written on the side of my car.
Oh man, that was really a big mistake. But guys, we really appreciate it if you guys hit the link in the description below for our Twitch page. We'd love to see you over there. And you can even subscribe to us over on Twitch.
If you're Amazon Prime, that could even be free.
Oh my gosh, what a deal.
Well, cool. Well, thanks guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Take care.